This video is a quick orientation to the Contact and Entities tab. And I think my biggest piece of advice for this tab is to work closely with your contact at CG Charitable. When possible, we try to actually complete this data for you with the information that we know. Because if this tab is incorrect in any way, it's going to dramatically impact the finance tabs that are coming up. And those tabs take a lot of time, and we don't want those tabs to be redone because there was a mistake on this tab. We want to define things clearly. In some cases, the legal entity might be defined a little differently than you're used to because the operating entity might not be a separate legal entity yet. It might be in process. We want you to count all operating entities as if they were legal entities. And we group all of these entities as an organization, a single organization, if they have a one-to-one relationship. And so I want to draw your attention to this definition of the organization as I try to explain what having a one-to-one financial relationship means. But the ultimate effect is that we might actually call some of these entities part of your organization, even if you don't call them that. It's important for how we understand the overall organization, because some groups like to separate entities based on who's doing the fundraising and who's administering the programs, and maybe a separate entity for where the endowment exists. But if they're all linked together financially, then we count them as a single organization. Not only do we care about the entities, we also care about the countries. As I've explained in a previous video, we're trying to fund organizations in developing countries, and we want to understand what spending exists in those countries versus developed countries like the United States, which we call supporting countries. And so in some cases you might have entities that span multiple countries, and we want to understand how spending is divided between those countries. However, if each legal entity only exists inside a single country, this becomes a really simple exercise, and you just have a lot of 100%. But again, please coordinate closely with your CG Charitable contact to be able to complete this in a way that sets you up for success for future tabs. The other thing I'd call attention to is this address in the red box is very important, because this is the address where we're going to send a check if we choose to fund you. And just last year we had a check get lost because the address provided was out of date. So please double check it. It's going to be turned into a mailing address label automatically without us reaching out to confirm it with you. So please make sure that it's correct. But if you have any other questions about this tab, please don't hesitate to reach out to us, and we'd be happy to walk you through and help answer any of those questions.